But let me stay with you, Special Assistant to the Director General of NEMA. I would like to find out what is the scope, typically, of NEMA's intervention when there is, a disaster. Now we're talking flooding particularly. What's the scope of NEMA's intervention as per your mandate?
Yeah, our interventions are demand-driven. And like I said, the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, at the federal government level, the State Emergency Management Agency at the state level, and the local emergency management committees are responsible for working together with other partners. You see, a lot of people add value to this relief operations we are doing. For us, if there's a disaster in a particular community, we work together with the official of the State Emergency Management Agency. We have 6 zonal offices for NEMA in the 6 geopolitical zones of Nigeria. And we have about 18 operations offices. We have 2 territorial offices in Lagos and Kano in consideration of the size of the cities. And of course, a lot of risks that do exist. So we do damage and loss assessment, then we send to our headquarters, then we make recommendations for relief interventions. We do that. And our interventions start not only giving people food, search and rescue, because it's only when somebody is alive that he can eat the rice and beans. We work with the military disaster response units. In every military formation, there is a disaster response unit. So if there's a disaster event, we activate them. We have an MOU with the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense. We have MOU with the Nigeria Police. Because every disaster scene is a potential crime scene. And you need to do crowd control. It's not only floods. We are dealing with several other issues. Recall that up till now, we have the residuals of Boko Haram insurgency in the northeast region. We have banditry in several states of Nigeria. So for us, it's a cocktail of events. Already we have a lot of people that were given relief materials, take care of them. In Benue State, there are a lot of
the maximum level of intervention that NEMA can undertake.
You mean in terms of numbers? No. When capacity of states, SEMAs are overwhelmed, yeah, we always spot, but of course within limitation of our resources. Okay. Like I said, we distributed food items to every state of the Federation, the 42,000 metric tons approved by Mr. President. And of course, based on our resources availability, we do emergency stockpiling in our warehouses so that easily we can deploy temporary shelter, medicals. Like by next week, I'm sure, we're deploying additional support to Jigawa State. Medicals, the water equipment that I mentioned. And in every state, if there is an incident like this, that's the architecture we follow. We complement the efforts of the local governments and the state governments. We work together.
Since you store, some certain things, like you said, medicals under arrest, how does NEMA check validity? What's the guarantee that, as at the time you're distributing such materials are still valid?
You mean the expiry dates?
Yes,
and what?
yes.
No, we always stockpile things that have a very long
shelf life. Fantastic, thank you.
Like the grains we are talking about, like blankets, temporary shelter. But issues like for core medicine, that is not our purview. But you see, the Minister of Health is the sector lead if there's a disaster incident.
All right. All right, thank you.